Good morning. So today we're going to look at function notation. And in function notation, it's when you can isolate an equation for one of the variables. So function notation just is isolating an equation, whatever it is, for one of the variables. So here is your a linear equation here. Okay, so I can isolate that linear equation for the variable y. So function notation means that if I put something in for x, if I have an input of an x, then my output is going to be that y. So I am able to isolate that variable. So what we do is we can change that y to be labeled f of x, because what that tells me is that I've isolated for y here, and over here on this side, on my left side, are all the x variables, right? So this function here is a function of the variable x. Okay, that is exactly what that says right there. This represents a function of x. So if I had, let's just say f of a, then all of these on the other side are going to be a function of a. So a is going to be inside there. Okay, does that make sense? So what's in parentheses right there just means is what the variable is inside. So if I wanted to evaluate functions, okay, so what we're going to do is, let's just say that we still have this linear equation here, and I wanted to evaluate this function at f of 5. So say f of 5 here. So what does that mean? That means that I'm going to plug in 5 everywhere I see an x. So instead of having an x now, you are going to have a 5 there. So 2 times 5 is a 10. So this is going to be a 15. So what if I said that I wanted to put in b plus 2 inside there? It's a function of b plus 2. So that means everywhere I saw an x in the original one, instead of having an x, I am going to have a b plus a 2. So 2 times b is a b, 2 times 2 is a 4, then plus a 5. So this is going to be a 2b plus a 9. Okay. All right, so let's use this function. So let's use f of x is equal to x squared plus 5. And let's find f of negative 2. So that means everywhere I see an x in my function, I am going to plug in a negative 2. So negative 2 squared is a 4 plus a 5, which is going to be a 9. So this represents your input is a negative 2 and your output is a 9. So that also represents an ordered pair. So function notations are just another way to define a linear function, a linear equation, a quadratic equation, just where you have isolated one of the variables. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know.